The young girl smiled at him in a childlike way and innocently replied, "Moon magic." James looked at the young girl, wondering if she was some kind of a nutter. But then again, he was wearing a baby blue baby romper suit. However, he replied, "There is no such thing as moon magic." "Yeth there Iseths. Will you stop that?" "Stop what?" "Lisping like some kind of a sissy girl." "But, me Iseth's a girl, and me wov's lisping." "But you are far too old." "Me Iseth's younger in my heart and soul." "What does that mean?" "You will understand, not ready are you?" Ready for what?" "To accept moon magic of course and other things." "Okay, so why don't you tell me then about this moon magic?" "Not out here." "Why?" Suddenly and unexpectedly, the young girl began to cry. James looked worriedly at her. "Is there a reason why we cannot discuss this out here in the open?" "No. No. No." The young girl cried, and in a low whisper into his ear the young girl uttered unto James, "It's not safe." Then, with unbelievable strength, the young girl dragged James all the way towards Ravenshade Hall. The young girl dragged James into the Gothic hall of the manor. James noticed that the many grand and Gothic displays were not encased in security glass cases, or fenced off by railed ropes. Say, where did the display cases and the fenced-off ropes go to? The young girl smiled at him, turning him to face her. "You fool, we are not in your reel now, silly." "What are you talking about? Can't you tell, silly?" "Well." James turned to take a real good look. The manor house did look a whole lot more older, from the manor house he had seen. The restoration of Ravenshade looked like it was a replica of its once original state. The manor house would never truly look the same way it once used to be. "This house looks to be older somehow." "Yeth, well of course it looks older, silly, because this Iseth's the original house." But, how? How is this possible?" "Me Haseth's already told you, silly." "Moon magic." "Oh, that. Can you tell me more about that?" "Cool, I have always wanted to time travel." Suddenly the young girl laughed. James looked slightly hurt and confused. "Why are you laughing at me?" "Silly. You are not in the past, well, not exactly." "What do you mean by that?" "You are in my realm now. All of this, is merely just a shadow of its former existence. You are in the realm of the dead." James turned deathly pale white. "Then, does this mean that you are a ghost?" James gasped in realization. "I am no such thing, silly. Don't you know anything about the realm of the dead?" "Only what I have seen in movies and read in ghost stories." The young girl shook her head. She seemed to know somehow exactly what James was talking about. "Movies and books never truly portray what the will realm of the dead Iseths truly weak. The dead, me. We just simply exist on different level to people of the living." James went a shade paler than what he already was. Oh my God. Does this mean I am dead?" "No, silly. Of course, you Iseth's not dead." What are you trying to tell me?" "You are able to exist here because of the moon magic, which protects you." James looked up into the midnight sky. The moon was far, far away into the distant horizon. "But the moon is no longer over us." The young girl smiled and mildly laughed. "You forget, silly, me Haseth's my moonstone to protect you." James looked at the crystal ball-like pendant around the young girl's neck. It was a glowing white ball. It shimmered, which made the young girl's dress look whiter than white. "Is that some kind of a crystal ball or something?" "No, silly. This Iseth's no ordinary crystal ball. This Iseth's a moon crystal." "What do you mean?" "A moon crystal. 'Tis a very special crystal that comes from the moon, silly. Moon magic Iseth's very ancient, it waseth's alive in very ancient times. But the magic did not die exactly, it simply became dormant. You could say that the magic fell asleep, until a time would come for it to be reawoken again. Oh. I see. I get it. I think, replied James, scratching his head. The young girl smiled. Well, me waseth's the one that haseth's reawoken the moon magic, sort of. What do you mean, sort of? It's a whittle difficult to explain. But in time, you will come to understand moon magic too. Who, me? How? You will learn soon enough, remarked the young girl with a giggle. James just simply scratched his head, and then he suddenly just realized something. Darn, how stupid of me, I haven't even introduced myself to you properly. My name is James Mayflower. The young girl giggled, then she replied to James. Oh, that iseth such a cute surname you haveth there.